My name is Norm Beauchamp. I'm Dean of the College of Human Medicine. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad that you're here to help us in our efforts to lessen the impact of Parkinson's disease. It truly requires a community coming together to make this difference. The things that have converged in this community that are particularly inspiring or encouraging that this can be an epicenter for the transformation of health is first the location of the medical school in this community. They came together, they built an amazing facility, and it's allowed us to attract fantastic faculty and students. It's the Secchia Center. Right across the street is a fantastic research institute. It's called the Van Andel Research Institute, and there's great synergies between the work they do and the work that we do. There's amazing healthcare providers in the community. Immediately adjacent to us is Spectrum Health, and we partner incredibly closely with them. We're all located together on the Medical Mile. We also have Pine Rest, which provides mental health care. We have Mary Free Bed, which is a rehabilitation facility, and we have St. Mary's Mercy Health, who also have a focus in the transformation of care and neuroscience. What's resulted then is a number of wonderful components that I see the research center that we're building as the final piece that needed to be there, which was to strengthen the basic sciences in the community. And then because it now links to the strengths of Michigan State University's research, it then creates that all right here. Michigan State University College of Human Medicine is in 7 communities. It's a community-based medical school. So what that means is in cities big or small, we're able to identify what are the challenges people face, right? And begin to look at solutions. And some of that we can do locally, but then some of those questions can come back here and we can, again, engage the innovation cycle, the discovery cycle, and then bring those solutions back to the entire state. You've got research, education, excellent clinical work, a community that cares and that can be volitional, because what we're seeking to do now is to bring it all together, make sure it's supported, and set the goal of transforming how we treat Parkinson's disease.
My name is Jack Lipton, and I'm a professor and chair of the Department of Translational Science and Molecular Medicine at Michigan State University College of Human Medicine. Parkinson's disease is commonly known as a movement disorder that results from the loss of a particular type of brain cell known as a dopamine neuron in the brain. We know that when that happens, there's a change in the ability of those patients to move. It affects the digestive tract, affects gastric motility. It affects other parts of the brain besides the areas that are important for controlling movement. So it affects depression, it affects cognition. We consider it to be a whole body disease. It's not just a brain disease. One of the worst things about being a Parkinson's disease researcher is the extreme frustration that comes from working on a disease that we don't fully understand why it happens. The origin of the disease is really the biggest question. There are therapies out there for patients that help them with their symptoms, but they only work for so long. One of the things that we're trying to do is work on therapies that will enable the brain to remain responsive to the old drugs. Can we change the environment of the brain so that when this drug is introduced and when it's continued to be used, it doesn't adapt to the drug, and we can extend the honeymoon period that patients have during their early years with the disease. When people think about the research team at Michigan State University, it is one of the most well-regarded teams of Parkinson's researchers in the country. In order to develop a stable research program, and in order to really be able to pursue novel, high-risk, high-reward initiatives, philanthropy is really one of the most important things that we look for. Funding is a critical part of what we do. Without research funding, we cannot investigate the origins of the disease. We cannot work on therapies. We cannot better understand how to target certain therapies to certain patients. When I meet with individuals who have Parkinson's disease, it brings you back to the real reason that you're doing this. When you hear these people tell their story to you, you feel a little smaller as a researcher, and you forget that the real challenge is not what you're trying to solve. The real challenge is the everyday struggles of the people that are sharing their stories with you. And I think that that is one of the greatest and hardest things to hear as a researcher, because we're not there yet.